Oh, okay. I guess I guess my PNG tuber thing's gonna stay there. Okay, dokie then. I thought I had it set up to remove that when I go live. Weird. Oh well. Who cares? It doesn't matter. We're live. We're doing it live. Hello, everybody in the early stream gang. We're gonna hang out for a little bit, let everybody else file on in, get caught up. Not caught up, but like, just enter the chat in general. I'm hoping that everything. I'm hoping that everything will be fine today because for some reason my internet's been being a little weird and slow, and I'm not 100% sure why. But seems fine. It's just kind of a little wobbly. There we go. That's that one. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Hello, 17 mods. Are you got some more mods? Yeah, I got a whole bunch of my original mod list is actually down in the description if anybody wants to follow along. But yeah, we're pretty much we're doing two things with this this little weekend modding session that we got going on. The first one is that we are one just modding Fallout 4 in general. Again, because my I got a new computer setup and everything. I build my own computers too, so I didn't get a new computer. I just got all the fucking components for a new computer and then built it myself. But in the process of doing that, lost all my save data and stuff like that. So we have to set the mod list back up. And the second point is that because of the new update, not all of the mods work anymore. So lowered weapons, for example, just no longer works. As does silent protagonist F4 SE. That no longer works. They could work if there's some kind of like workaround. But I just haven't found it yet. And there's something going. Extended dialogue interface does work. There's just something weird going on with it that I need to fucking work on, like a file thing. SREP, you need it. And SERP assault rifle replacer. Just download the next gen remover mod. Nah, fuck that. That's boring. I prefer the challenge of creating something that is new and goodly. What is this other mod that you mentioned though? Let's see. Fallout 4 SREP Redux service rifle expansion project, not product. Oh, this thing. This is one of those ones that adds fucking modern guns into the game. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the modern gun stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, it looks good. Whoever modded these, not just this mod, but like all other like modern gun weapons, they put the time in. They put the time and the effort in. I just don't really care for them. I like mods that are what is it? I like weaponry that's more I guess has a more like scrap look to it. Cuz then it feels more at place, you know? Where's the page out? There it is. Okay. So I need the other one. I guess this was it. Let's see. So as far as the mod list here, I haven't really done anything with it, but I have I was able to get where is it? The mod yeah, I was able to get the mod configuration menu working, which is a real big thing, cause like A lot of the mods that I have on there kind of require the mod configuration menu. Plus, it just makes the whole thing just easier in general. My Fallout New Vegas load order is like 80 mods. I got 80 mods or 9. I got 80 mods or 90 with Mod Organizer too. Yeah, for New Vegas, this might just be me because I haven't modded New Vegas as much as I modded Fallout 4. It's weird because New Vegas has like so many mods and a lot of them are like really good, but they all kind of just like congregate around like a couple of like the same mods, you know? So like everybody's modding and shit, but it's usually like the exact same. Plus at least like, 10 of those mods are just to fucking get the game running. So it's like it's a double whammy because you have a concentration rather of mods, and then you have let's see, Weapons of Fate. Sorry, I'm looking at the thing too. This is the one I need, I think. Yes, open that up. You have a consolidation of mods, but then you also have like those other mods that are just, the ones that help fucking pick the game up and keep it from crashing. Let's see. This one doesn't say it has an update, but we're going to see if it works. This is a faster workbench thing. Where is it? Download. Yeah. Already queued for download. It's pending. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't know what it is. My internet's just been fucking slow today. Hopefully the quality of the stream is actually good. The settings and stuff look pretty good on, so it's probably good. Half my mods are bug fixes. You're correct. Yeah. For New Vegas specifically, I mean, like, because there's always, with every fucking Bethesda creation game, there's always fucking bug fix mods, but there just seems to be a whole lot more with New Vegas because of how old the engine is, and there's just the age of the game itself, So let's see. There's that one, and then this one, and that's another one. That's just like a 2017 mod. Ugh, that's gonna be interesting. Okay, let's do this. But I'm always open for checking out new mods, though. I was actually talking about that yesterday on the stream. I'm always down to check out new mods, because even though like when you're modding, it gets to a point where you're just kind of like, okay, I've done everything I wanted to do with the game. This is everything I wanted it to be. But then there's always that possibility that you're going to find like one or two other mods where it's like, ooh, actually, this kind of hits different, One of those things that you didn't really think of until you found it. And I think some of them are FPS improving mods. Jesse, we need more Fallout New Vegas mods, Jesse. Jesse, where are the Fallout mods? I gotta find a mod that removes that gets rid of the intro music at the main menu. Because as you saw there, I have a mod that replaces the main menu garage with a different location, but it's weird because originally that also removed the audio, so you just heard like wind going through the rustling trees and like birds chirping and stuff like that. Just a nice calm intro into Fallout 4 instead of that fucking loud as hell every single time. So it's like, well, fuck, it's not doing it now. It's like the picture's there and everything, but I can't tell if it's like the audio is drowned out by the overlapped vanilla main menu audio, which when I originally had the mod installed didn't have that. It got rid of the audio, so I'm a little bit confused about why it's there now, which I think is just because of the the next gen update thing. We got only 15 FPS in Fallout New Vegas, Jesse. Jesse, my game's running like shit. What the fuck, Jesse? All right, let's see. What the fuck did I put in here? Shut up and heal me and faster workbenches. Okay, so yeah, so come on. So I got mod configuration thing working, but there's this dollar sign, like it's like dollar sign and the underscore. Those aren't supposed to be there, but that's like a settings thing, something in my config. Yeah, and then like these guys, these work, but it's all like underscores and dollar signs, and that's just like a language translation thing. That's something I got to go into like the init, the ini file for. Oh God, it's daylight. Ah, the sun. All right, let's see if I can do this. Not tall enough. Jesse, my game feels like shit. You need to find more FPS, Jesse. Jesse, give me all the FPS mods. Every last one. Just run them all at the same time. That'll have no negative consequences on the game. All right, let's give this a try. Ah, little too much. I was trying to like jump off the cliff and damage myself just a little bit, like, you know, break a foot or something, not actually murder myself to death. I died. I did die. I'm trying to That's weird. Maybe I'll just go over here and punch this stingwig. Or it's not a stingwig, it's a mosquito, as the kids say. There he is, trying to drown himself. He's got the same kind of existential life crisis going on that I do. Don't worry, buddy. I needed him to attack me. I didn't need to just fucking straight up murk him. There's like flies around here or something, right? Oh, there's another one. Hey, yo. Come here, you bastard. Try and take me on. You ain't gonna. No balls. Oh, God. You hit me with that big suck. Dickhead. Alright. Now, just turn this on. Where's the gun? There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. Couldn't hit the broadside of a barn door if I tried. Hit. Yeah. Alright. So, we got that working. We got a little bit of damage. So we're going to run over here, check this workbench thing real quick, because it's supposed to be a faster load into the workbench. And then we'll bounce over to Diamond City, talk to the doc, and there's supposed to be a thing where it gets rid of that, like, fade to black thing. When you get seen by a doctor. And he's like, let me stick you with this needle. And then there's that weird fade to black thing. Okay, that was pretty quick. I'm going to consider this a success. Oh, come on. There we go. Still takes fucking ever to actually get out of it. Is it? Oh, no, that was just... So it's an exit. Okay, yeah, so this mod definitely isn't working. Because that's the exact same... That's pretty much about how long it usually takes to get out of there. What was the code to... exit it? Fuck. What was the... Or not exit it, but the one that unlocks all the locations on the map. I guess I do have a cheat terminal thing that I could use instead. Cheat terminal, everybody loves a terminal. Move to location. Boston. Diamond City Market. I made the mistake of buying the Xbox version of Fallout 4. So you typed ifs. I think you meant to say it. If it's is. Yeah, is it worth it to get it on Steam? Yeah, absolutely. It's absolutely worth it to get it on Steam. There was a, I don't know if it's still an active thing, but there was a deal going on where you could get like all the Fallout 4 games, like during like the summer sale or something. You could get all the Fallout games for like $5, something like that. Except 76? I don't remember off the top of my head, but it was a really good deal.
See what's wrong.
Oh, I don't have any money. Oh, I do have money. Oh, sick. Okay, so that's working, but the faster exit thing is not working. So that's good to know. But yeah, like in general, it's so go away. In general, it's fucking awesome having it on Steam because then you can like mod it and shit. All right, let me grab. Ooh, I need this one. Okay, so grab the Papyrus script runner. Do I have the address library? Maybe that's a part of my problem. Oh, I also got my Spotify stuff working again, so I'll get some background music going here. No, yeah, that's good. Okay. Alright, it's just kind of quiet right now. There is background music going. It might actually be louder for you guys than it is for me. Let me know if it's too loud. But Mr. White said there's too much mod. Just install all the, just put all the mods in there, Jesse. Let me take a look now. Fallout 4 script extender is used on so many mods nowadays. Yeah, because you need the Fallout script extender to mod in general. Like there are some mods that will work without the script extender, but in general, you need the script extender to actively run mods. Yeah, so definitely gotta have it's a bit more complicated getting mods set up on Steam than it is Xbox. But you get much higher quality mods out of it. And I say that as somebody who modded on both Xbox and fucking Steam. Or I guess PC, technically. Because that's what I originally started Fallout 4 with. I originally got it for the Xbox. And then, I don't remember how long I had it on Xbox until I jumped over to Steam. Or jumped over to PC, rather. But I think I had it for at least a year. I think. I don't know. I just remember playing Far Harbor on the Xbox. But I can't remember... I can't remember if I was playing... I'm just gonna... turn the music off. Music is off. Epic. Load that back in. But yeah, I just remember playing Far Harbor on the Xbox. I can't remember if I played Nuka World on the Xbox. I want to say that I did, but I don't have distinct memory of it. But yeah, I always recommend it on Steam because then you can is there a thing just to move? Was it move or was it like fast travel? It's probably fast travel. I don't remember what time it is in the game. Move to location. Okay, so it is move to location. Commonwealth. S. Sanctuary. There we go. But yeah, definitely worth it on the PC because then you can mod it and get like super crazy. The only downside is if you get super crazy with it, then your computer might not be able to handle it as much. Of course, that depends on your build and everything, like your PC build and stuff. So always check to make sure your specs are up to date. All right, let's see. So, yeah, I know. Okay, so yes, so okay, that mod is not working. Workshop highlight fix. There's just the one file. Improves visibility by changing workshop selection effect to an outline one instead of a highlighted whole object. But the before and after is literally the exact same thing as what I'm seeing. So it just doesn't work. That's weird. This is a post fucking update one too. So they must have did it, but didn't fucking make it for next gen. That seems kind of fucked up. Ah well. Turn that off. Okay, so we'll close that and worry about that later. So Shut Up and Heal Me Doc works. Oh man. I'm worried about going in and checking the like the cross stuff. Cause like I feel like those might work, but I also feel like they probably won't. Let's see, that is a lot of clothing stuff. Let's do this one. Let's do silent AI or silent UI. Make shit a little fucking quieter. That's a 2016 mod. Oh, come on. Where are you? There you are. Download. Yeah. Fucking shut up, mod organizer. You don't know. There we go. All right. Summer sale is over, I think, but I have some cash saved up. Base game is 20 USD with all the DLC for 40. Thank you for the tip. Absolutely. Definitely worth it for to go for the Game of the Year edition or whatever it is. Cuz that's it, like the like even as like vanilla, Fallout 4 is a great game. It's not a fantastic game. The writing is definitely a little wonky at times, but it's a great game overall. And then the mods just make it so much better. Let's see. Ooh, hold on. Let me jump back in here because I can't remember if there's a like audio button for the sound effects. I don't remember because my brain don't work. My brain don't work. Okay. Yeah, come on. Come on. There we go. It's probably effects. Footsteps. Radio. Okay. So we got that. Now let's try it again and see if there's like a main menu option. Discover location. Oh, that's quest begin. I thought it said quiet begin. I'm like, what the fuck is quiet begin? Okay. Factions, Pip-Boy, VAT, park menu sound effect. Okay. The workshop. Okay. So I can't really think of what. I mean, I guess there is like fucking these guys. Because specifically Idiot Savant, I fucking hate the fucking, because it'll just pop up like randomly too. You'll just be like playing the game, and then if you have the Idiot Savant perk, it'll just activate at random ass points, and it'll just be like, fucking scared the shit out of me. Like, what the fuck? Okay. Let's just leave that for now, because this is still a decent mod. Ooh, the big question on whether it's gonna work is if I have the perk for it. Let's see. That's a difficult one to test too. Let's do this. Yeah. Because I normally only use this this like pin flag thing here for like critical mods. Like this is the mod that like I need to have. Like this is a required mod. But for now, I think okay, this one's a lot easier to test. I think I'll just use them for mods. Like this mod needs to be tested, especially since that's like half of what we're doing today. Just testing to make sure the mods flippin' work. There we go. Okay. Silent turret. Turrets and generators, because the fucking generators are so fucking loud. Yeah, just continue. Oh yeah, the fucking fucking Twitter's been going fucking ridiculous. The last like 24 hours is fucking stuff about Yasuke from Assassin's Creed Shadows, and then fucking Biden dropped out. It's like, geez, there's just so much shit going on right now. Everybody on the internet's so fucking tilted, or hype, or spazzed. There's just so much going on. And meanwhile, I'm over here just like, I'm just trying to fucking not die because it's hot as balls outside. Generator. Electricity. Generator. Okay, so I'm gonna pause the music for a second. Why is the game so quiet? Hold on a second. Okay. Whoops. There we go. Oh, it's because I have the effects turned down. Default, yes, music, gone. There we go. Okay. Okay, that's good. So that's good. We got that audio thing working. Whether or not Silent UI is working, that's another question entirely. But we can pass on that for right now. Ooh, the Gen 1 synth rework. Voice rework, that's a good one. How would we test that? I guess we could go to, what's that fucking... Fuck, where is it? There's that one location where, it's like an old high school that's flooded out, and there's a bunch of synths there. I guess there's fucking plenty of places we could go to find that. Find synths. Oops. Forgot to play the music. Okay, it's gone. I guess I could remove the the main menu thing here, the main menu replacer, since it only fucking half works. Why is the ground blue? That seems slightly off. Oh, it's because there's rain. It's supposed to be like shiny. That makes sense. Okay. Let's see. Where was it? Where's a good place to find some synths? Do 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 do. Cheat terminal. Do do. Cheat terminal. Dun dun. Go to location. There's the cannery in the top right corner. That is true. Let's see. Game alterations. Play manipulation. Where was the map markers? Here we go. Show all map markers. I guess I probably should have activated all the map markers. Game alterations, map markers, enable. There we go. Okay. Cannery, top right corner. So that was... Ooh, was it the fish packing plant? I think it was. Let's go there. It's not the place I was thinking of, but if there's synths there, it'll do. They're supposed to have like a... With this mod, they're supposed to have like a deeper kind of voice. Like, hello. What up, fish packy? Gotta make sure they're dead. Don't want nobody coming back as no Zambos. Alright, gamers. Who's ready? Who's ready to dance? Should probably turn on God mode now that I think of it. There we go. Alright. Come out and kiss me. I mean, fight me. Yes. Alright. Okay. Where's... Okay, so that goes up there. That's leading out. But I don't want to go out. I want to go further in and find the synths. Show yourself. Are they down here? They might have been. It's not an impossibility for them to have been down here. Whoopsies. Yeah, I think they're down there. Bam, 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 bam. Alright, where are you? I know you's around here somewheres.
Door's chained up on the other end.
Fuck! They chained the door. What am I gonna do?
Hello?
There you are. Is your voice different?
You must be destroyed.
Me?
Fully operational.
Maybe not.
The victim of violence.
I don't think it is. Because that sounds... That doesn't sound as deep as I remember it. Is there a... Okay, here it is. Come on, play the audio.
Unknown identity. Clearance confirmed. Automated process for synth creation should not be interrupted.
One for... I know there's one for voices. Let's bring that all the way up. Okay. Speak!
Assessment. You must die.
Okay, so that's definitely not it. Pew, pew, pew.
Sensor critically damaged.
Okay, so yeah, this is definitely not working. Let me get a look-see here. Let's see. Yeah, 2021, so yeah, that one's probably
Hitting sensors fully operational.
Yeah. Well, bummer. That one's not working. I guess I could just go that. So, we'll turn that one off. Do. Pass on armor for now. Is it still going? It is. Jeez, I forgot how quiet some of these tracks are. There we go. That should be good. So we know that the cheat terminal one still works. We know that that's there. Okay, let's do the face, body, face, and hair thing. More facial hair. I forget what these were needed for specifically, but I remember doing stress testing on them, so I know that I need them. The question is, do they still work? Some of these are going to be hard to test, too. Let's check posts. They might still work. This one, I don't know. Okay, this one was updated in 2024. Okay, so that one works. That mod still works. That mod still works. That one most likely still works. This one I think is going to be the big question. Okay. Let's do this one. Let's open up the looks menu. Because that's also going to kind of be a bit of a big thing. Okay, this one seems like it might still work. Let's pull this open. Nothing good. Okay, so that's the bottom. It's crossed out. I don't know what the ones that are crossed out means. That is new to me. Okay. Run. Oh, biscuits. All right. This is Radium by Jared Alexander Johnson on Spotify. The album, if anybody's interested. He is very good at what he do. He's made a bunch of royalty-free music for Fallout 4, or inspired by Fallout 4 rather, and they're all very nice. Alright, so the looks menu should pop up here at the character creation menu.
War never changes.
You're gonna knock him
Fucked
dead
up.
at the Veterans Hall tonight.
It's pretty
huh?
fucked up that the
Think?
war never changes. It's like,
Absolutely.
what the fuck
Now
doesn't
get
war ever
ready and
update?
Stop hogging
Where's the next
mirror.
patch?
Right.
What the fuck? Gotta nerf some of these motherfuckers. Yes, so this is still working. Because you got this whole big loop here. So... let's go out of here, and then let's load up all those look menu. Or not look menu, but it's like different hairs and facial hairs and such. There's one that's like just a bunch of new hair colors. And that's how I make Toshi. Download. Nope. Gotta make sure I got all of them. Hold on a sec. No, I don't want to do that. I don't flippin' care. Did I do that one? Okay, I did. Yeah, I don't know why. My fucking internet's just lagging for some reason. And it's not one of those cases where it's like, oh, my internet's bad. And it's like, bro, you have like 6 billion tabs open, which like I do. But like they're all on like fucking standby mode. So they shouldn't be using up that much fucking data. Okay. So let's turn these on. Enable. Okay. Run loot again. Run loot again. I can't wait to just run loot again. I've been thinking about like what other stuff I can stream besides just Fallout stuff, because like it's so weird being a semi Bethesda focused content creator, because it's like, okay, what is when you're like streaming, it's like, what does that mean? Like, well, I'm limited to like the good Bethesda games, which admittedly is a lot, but then that comes down to like, all right, Fallout, Skyrim, Starfield, shit, what else? You know, there's not a whole lot of variety. That's why I've been trying to branch out with other games. And for the most part, I think they've been pretty well received. Jiggle physics mod. I want to see what them death claw horns do. Bro, what the fuck? Fucking posting that shit on main. Damn, son. What are you doing?
Never changes.
You're gonna knock him dead at the Veterans Hall tonight,
Fucking crazy.
Absolutely.
What them horns do?
Get
What
ready.
the
Stop hogging the mirror.
Yo, what them horns do? Excuse me? Let's see, where is it? Face, and then it's like down here to go to hairs. And then, oh no, that's that. What was it? Color. Here we go. Nope. Color. Okay, so that. Oh, it's not fucking working. Boo. That sucks. All the colors aren't here. Boo. Boo. That sucks. Boo. I didn't check to see if the... Where is it? This one. So this one isn't working. Twould seem. Let me go ahead and turn that one off for now. I'm gonna, Let me do this. Let's do that, and then I guess the best way to check would just be to flip all these on and then just see if the sounds in general just don't play. Because if they don't, if at least one of them doesn't play, that means that the mod is working. Damn, what them horns do? Like, what? Hum. Now I gotta click all these little boxes, and it's like, gee whiz. What the fuck? Why is there not a click all button? It probably wasn't a possibility when the mod was made. Van's well rested. There we go. Yeah, come on. Damn it. Workshop. Snack success. I don't want to hear the sound of me getting addicted to chems. I think that's everything. I'm gonna go work on some summer credit. Hope mine goes well. You as well. I hope your stuff goes good. Replace. So let's turn that on, and then that's such a bummer. That seems like that would still be working because it said in the. It seemed like in the thing that it was still working. Like no one was saying in the fucking post thread like, "Oh, this shit don't work no more, bruh." It's look menu that needs an update. Look menu got an update. Interesting. Okay. Well, point is that doesn't work, so for now we'll just leave that there. Let me jump in real quick and check to see if the unique like facial hairs and hairstyles and such work. Don't nobody hear this fucking shit. There's no copyright strike going on. There we go. Let's check these hairstyles. War never changes. It's fucking crazy.
War never changes.
You're gonna knock him dead at the Veterans Hall tonight.
I'm so bummed out that the fucking silent protagonist mods aren't working
Absolutely.
anymore.
Now get ready and
Or at least the one
stop
I
hogging
have.
the mirror.
Because now I gotta sit through these two gabbing away at the fucking mirror. Like a bunch of gabagoos. Alright. Hair. Yeah, so this is working. Because a lot of these hairstyles, as you can see, are layered. So they're like the same hairstyle, but they have like different hair attachments. Like some of these guys, for example. Yeah, like this one. This one's just like the same, like one hairstyle, but with like 3 different attachment things on it. So this is working. So that's good. Where is... Was it extras? Nope, that's damages and such. Facial hair. Here we go. Oops. Come on. Facial hair.
I was looking.
That's not right.
Yeah, Sean has yours.
Facial
now.
hair. No, stop. There. Okay. So yeah, this is also working. Dope. So that means that this is probably working. Hair for children, I'm not 100% sure. But all the hair stuff except for 512 standalone hair colors are working. And that one specifically is kind of a big one because that's how I give Toshi his yellow or his green hair here. In Fallout 4 anyway. The PNG that I got going on here is Fallout 76, but still. I would need it for green hair Toshi Fallout 4 time. Okay. Oh, let's do the UI stuff. Fall UI. Cool. That was the entire point I went after fucking the mod configuration menu in the first place. Icon library. Sleep and wait. Workbench. I think I have the HUD already. I do. I think there's something that, or maybe it was the icon library that I needed. When I loaded it up before, it said that there was something in the library that it needed, or there was like some file that it needed. Okay, got you. Got you. Got you. Good. Perfect. Okay, so this also needs you. Modern. Fancy. I don't know why fancy looks like a fucking cartoon panel. Like, look at that. All those jagged points and stuff. That's fancy. That's crazy. That ain't fancy. It's wacky. Okay. Let's get that installed. Get this one. From what I'm remembering, all of these should work the way I want them to, just by like default. In your existing configuration, reduce standard. More categories. Oh, I see. That's the Horizon mod. Oh, I completely forgot about the Horizon mod. I wonder how that's doing. And there were some other mods too, like I think Peace. That was another big one that was working. Man, all of those, like, all of the Fallout 4 mods that weren't like top tier, like, you know, top shelf, big mods like London and Cascadia and stuff like that. Man, I wonder how they're doing. Whoops. Sort? Wait. Oh, did it not? Okay, it didn't change anything. Cool. I have the game open still. That's why fucking stuff's not working exactly properly. Okay. Sort. Didn't sort nothing. Didn't need to. Cool. Let's try this again. So now we're going to load back in. It's just so much loading. We're going to load back in, start a new game, and then get into the actual game, into the wasteland, and then we will see how the UI is. Because there we can do the configuration menu.
War never changes.
You're gonna knock him dead at the Veterans Hall tonight, hon.
You think?
I'm gonna knock them all dead.
Now
I'm gonna
get
one
ready
punch
and
him.
Stop hogging the mirror.
Huge
Right.
fist. Alright. Let's jump on in and see what we got. Blah, blah, blah. Modding! The most exciting, thrilling thing that you have ever seen in your entire lives. Okay, so think some stuff is going to pop up here. Maybe not. Okay. Mod configuration. HUD. Layout. Okay. You need the HUD menu.swf from Fallout UI HUD. Please check your Fallout HUD installation that is installed and not overwritten by any other mod. Also check that you have enabled the archive individual in your INI correctly. So all this is still there, but this HUD stuff specifically. So let's see. For that, we're going to need, pull this down. Menu dot, whoops. S, there it is. All right. Def_UI. Oh yeah, that one. I do need that one. Okay, so let me just double check to make sure that that is actually in my load order here, because I remember having that mod at one point. Okay, there it is. So that's the one that I need. This one. And then that also requires def UI. Let's just have that one running for now, because I feel like I also had def UI running and there was some kind of overlap. I suppose I could just do this. Turn the volume off for the time being. That way we don't fucking pop in and have to hear the Fallout 4 main menu song scream at us again. Okay, so that one. HUD. Okay. So now let's download def UI. Jeez. Yep, this is the one I need. Inventory. I think we're good for right now. Because the inventory thing is the one that adds a bunch of those like extra things on the side, but I don't think we need that right now. So that's overlapping there. Okay. So here's what we'll do. We'll load back in, and then if it's not working, I think we just need to tell it not to overwrite with one of the files. I can't remember which one specifically. But I think that this should work just out of the box. Open the vault, open the vault, open the vault, and find your kid. Okay, it's not working. Need the HUD menu and stuff. Please check your Fall UI HUD installation that is installed and not overwritten by another mod. Okay, so then the other mod would have to be would have to be this one. So So this makes it seem like Def UI is the one overriding both of those. I think maybe I just need to turn that one off. Config folder. Inventory. Oh, it needs that. Okay, so let's install you. That's framework 1F. Sorting mod component tags. Okay, so I think we need to use existing. I think that's the issue we're having here. I already have some sorting. Okay. Replace. All right, let's give this a try. See what happens. Like every once in a while I enjoy just like going in and like starting from scratch on my mod list, but then it's like, because like it's good to like keep your stuff updated, but then you have to go through the hassle of actually doing it, and fucking modding's a pain in the ass a lot of the time, but it's fun because then your game is fucking cool, and then you're like, hey yo, look at me, I got a badass game. Okay, so yeah, let's just load back in. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, let's give this a try now. Let me check some of these other ones. So that's working. That's still not working for some reason. Ooh. Speak of the devil. Okay. So the inventory stuff seems to be working correctly. Which one's the wait and sleep one? Hours. Doesn't say. Oh wait, no, yeah, that one's one that shows up. Yeah, so that shows up when you actually sleep or do the wait thing, not like a button that that I press and then it's like, now I can do this. Okay, so that's working. These aren't working. I'm pretty sure these are supposed to be icons. Okay, those aren't working. Those aren't working. Okay, the fucking UI stuff's always a little weird. So, let me see here again real quick. We'll just double check this. Okay. We'll run over here to Sanctuary and we'll double check by attempting to sleep. Ooh, is there a bed here by default? I don't think there is. Pretty sure there's chairs though. We'll give that a try. And if that doesn't work, well, there's definitely a chair around here somewhere. I guess there is also the little bunker over there that we can sneak into. Because there's a bed there. TGM. There we go. Now I can run forever and never get tired. Okay. Is there a crafting table? There's not a crafting table in here. That's on the surface. Down here is just a bed. Alright. So that's not working, because that should have like a whole big menu thing to it. It shows up in the menu though, but it's not working in actual practice. Interesting. Let's run back over here. Hit. 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 Okay, I don't remember what this is supposed to look like. I don't think it's supposed to look like that. But at the same time, that also looks exactly how it's supposed to look. Yeah, so the icons are definitely... Because the icons aren't supposed to look like that. They're supposed to be like actual icons, if I remember correctly. Again, though, the fucking UI stuff is always the weirdest stuff to work with. So... let's... where is it? Let's track those and then disable them. Okay. Can work on that a little later. Let's see. What else do we got? Ooh, yes. The copyright-free Diamond City radio replacer. That's a good one. Load up. Open on up. There we go. 2018 was the last update. Man, I hope this one's this one's working. I like this one. This is a good one. Okay, so we'll check here. So loot shouldn't change much. Nothing changed. Perfect. What was it again? Where is it? There it is. No, that's not the one. Hey, yo, what up, Moho Mitts? I'm working on mods. Trying to figure out which ones, like, do and do not work. Dang, dang. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so this one we should just need to turn on the radio. But I have the radio music turned off, that's why. No, I have the radio music up.
You're listening to Diamond City Radio, if you're listening at all. I mean. So how about Billy Ward and the Dominoes? This one, I mean, it's well, I'll just play it.
Well, that's a real big bummer because I really liked that mod. It had good covers. Let's see here. Is that going? Play. There we go. Okay. Let me check this. Man, that one sucks. All right, turn that off. That's the user interface. Ooh, should get the utility stuff. Enable achievements in the address library. I have the address library already, though. Let's get that. Let's get that. Let's get that. And let's get that. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing good? Y'all having a spicy weekend? Let's grab that. Download. Ooh, Buffout 4 was last updated in 2023. Did it even still work? Well, this mod will be updated to next gen patch. Might be yes, might be not. Cool. That's not an answer. Oh, they don't have news from the mod author. Interesting. Okay, so Baka script extender got updated. That's good. And let's get the achievements. Download that, and then download that, and then let's look at the fucking chat again. Okay, let me get that. Had two interesting trails with the Vereros stay together, which makes it so that you take damage if you're too close to a teammate. Interesting since we don't have voice chat. Interesting. Do my car, do my laundry. Hell yeah. Gotta get them done. Can't forget the little things. Let's get these. Whoops. No. There we go. Okay, so let's turn these on. Perfect. So I don't think these added anything. So we should be able to load this up just fine and not have it crash. Because especially with the utility stuff, sometimes it's like, oh man, is it actually going to work? Let me mute this again. There we go. It's like $25 a month if you want an auto car wash subscription. Yeah, that's weird. I've never understood car wash companies, and then it's like, boom, you can get like a monthly subscription to the car wash. It's like you can come in whenever you want and get your car washed. It's like if you need to go multiple times a month to get a car wash, the problem's not the car, the problem's you. Unless you live in like the fucking muddiest place in existence, you don't need car washes all that often. Like when I had a car, I think I took it to the, I mean, you know, I live in Oregon and it rains all the time in Oregon. So kind of really was only something that I ever really did if it was like, oh man, like there hasn't been rain for like a week and a half or whatever, and my car just got really dirty in that interim period. I should probably, you know, take it to the car wash. So it was mostly one of those things where like it only ever really became an issue during the summer months when it just doesn't rain. And even then, it's like, I don't think I went more than maybe like 2-3 times all summer. Rain is just nature's car wash. Bro, ain't that the truth? Okay, so the Baka script extender and all the utility stuff seems to be working because the game hasn't crashed. But here's the question. Both of those mods, or like a couple of the mods I installed, are mostly, I guess one of them, well, one of them is an achievement mod, and there's, that's a little bit harder to test now. Well, nothing's crashed, so that's good. Because these are mostly just mods that that patch other stuff. So I think that's good for right now. Plus a couple of them have been updated. Or have been updated, rather. Coastals. Let's get this one. Ooh, actually. This one's an HD weapon texture mod. I wonder how viable those actually are now. Or like how needed they are. You know what? Ugh. Let's jump back in and take a look at a gun. Got the Institute one loaded up here on the page, so we'll take a look at that. Spawn myself in an Institute rifle and see what we got. Bought some car washing material for under $20 a couple of months ago. The only thing I got to replace is the car wash soap for $6. I can use like 20 times. I can use that like 20 times. And I only wash my car every second Sunday. Gotta save that money. That does seem like a much better system, because it's always kind of fun going through a car wash just for like the experience of it, you know, going through the whole big washing cycle stuff, and then you just like drive off. You know, like, my car's cleaner than a whistle, blow dried and everything. They use the big fucking tentacle mops and shit. Ugh, looks beautiful. But then it's like, you know, you could just as easily fucking do that shit by just getting like the raw materials, or just like, you know, the soap and stuff. Let's see, there it is. I saw a fucking TikTok the other day where it was, I've been seeing a lot of these recently. It's like people have been like pushing books and like, this is like the ultimate doomsday prepper book. And I saw this one the other day, and it was like, fucking, what was it? It was like, this dude, and he's all like, yo, this is how you like build your own battery and then like make your own solar panels and stuff. And there were a couple people in the comments who were all like, you could also just go out and buy like like, not like a battery as in a battery pack, you know, one that's used to like charge your phone, but like a portable battery. Like you could just buy one of those and then buy a solar panel, you know. Because like I suppose knowing how to, would it be in other? No, it's in the other one. Institute laser, here we go. I suppose knowing how to make those might be a good idea, but it's like, you know, we're not in a survival kind of situation right now, so it's like, there's not really many people that need to know how to, where'd it go? What the fuck? Did I not add it? There's not many people that need to know how to manually create, fucking craft a fucking solar panel at this juncture. Like, maybe it'll become a fucking, oh, I gotta do that, that's why. Maybe it'll become an issue after fucking Joe Biden leaves the fucking trail and everything goes to shit, you know. No, I need this one. Whoops, no, not that one. Fuck off, go away. There we go. Yes, so Let's say SECSM 0.3. Okay, let's really get him to take a look. See here. That doesn't help me even a little bit. Well, I guess I gotta pull up this thing. It does look a little bit more weathered. I wonder where the idiom "cleaner than a whistle" comes from, because wind instruments people put their mouths on are kind of notorious for being dirty. It's probably for that fact, like, because wind instruments are so like dependent on the smoothness of air travel, right? There's probably a stronger incentive to keep them clean so that they retain that sound. At least that's just me. That's my theory. That's my little game theory there. Ain't no shame in buying survival material while it's available. Knowing how to do stuff is a good backup plan. It is, but then like it's still kind of weird that the fucking book is like $50. I don't know. On TikTok, it all just feels like fucking they're just trying to like hawk merch, you know? Which is fucking kind of funny for me to say because I actually bought a book off TikTok. But it's a pretty good one. It's fuck, what's the full title? Hold on. There it is. It's Pirates, A General History. It's being sold by Roman Helmet Guy on TikTok. And I like it. It's a reprint that he did of this like old book from like the 1700s when the golden age of piracy was like still like in full swing. And it was just this dude that nobody ever figured out who he was. It says on there Captain Charles Johnson or something like that. But he wasn't like a real person. Like there wasn't anybody named that. Maybe like at the time or for that level up or whatever. So like nobody knew who this dude was, but like all of the information we get about, you know, like Blackbeard and fucking all those pirates of the time were from him. So I don't know. It seemed like an interesting book. So I figured like, oh, I'll pick this up. You know, it's nice to have. It's got a nice hardbound cover, gold or at least gold colored edges on the pages. Ew, politics in my deeply political post-apocalyptic RPG game. Bro, real. You know what? I'm sorry I fucking brought politics into it. I was playing too much fucking Starfield and just like sitting there for like 20 minutes at a time looking at the fucking like the pronoun selection mod or the pronoun selection on the fucking character creator, just thinking like, man, the left really has one, haven't we? Just fucking everything's politics now. Oh boy. If I had the money to, I would build a Fallout shelter right now and spend the rest of my life there. Whether or not the apocalypse ever comes, the real world is scarier than the wasteland, bro. Real, fucking real. Especially these days, fucking like Trump's getting shot at. Fucking just everything's crazy. Everything's so weird right now. I had the idea for a donut shop, the Dunker Bunker, a bunker-themed donut shop. But I had the idea of selling bunker building instructions / Fallout survival guide / etc. It'd solidify the nuclear tension fear like the existence of Vault-Tec doing their things. That's kind of funny. And like the location of the store, it's like a drive-through, but it's an underground drive-through. So you got to like drive into like a tunnel that goes into the ground, and then you pull up next to the actual bunker, and dude opens up like, "What can I get you, smooth skin?" TFC, there we go. Okay, so we could probably, yeah, here, let's do this. Let's do this, and then let's install this weapon texture mod, because it looks pretty clean. We don't like super need it, but it's pretty good. 2 gigabytes in size. Big. I'm sure in the Fallout universe there's probably a vault that's filled with just 1,000 donuts and one man. That'd be fucking wild. It'd have to be way more than 1,000 donuts, though. Like, dude's not gonna fucking survive with only 1,000 donuts. Of course, you know, if all he has to eat is donuts, he's not gonna survive very long anyway. There was a vault like that, wasn't there? It was, like, designed so that people would overeat or something like that. You know those businesses in cities where you gotta go down steps from the sidewalk? That'd be where a Dunker Bunker would be located. I mean, I guess there is, like, kind of, like, I'm more so thinking, like, what is it? I know I've been in, like, maybe 1 or 2 places like that where you kind of have to, like, you know, go down, like, a side alley or something. Like, it's not, like, on the curb, but it's, like, a little bit off. I feel like I've been to places like that, but I can't place any off rip. I shall die as I lived. American eats the last donut. Damn. You right. If that isn't the most fucking American thing in the world, I don't know what is. Going out, eating donuts. Fuck yeah. Let's do that. Okay, let's check this. Let me look at this real quick. I guess since that's the only one here, we'll just do that. Just to see if it's working. There's got to be like... Well, I was going to say there's got to be like a Slocum's Joe themed vault or something like that. But I guess Slocum's Joe is more so... Because, like, it was in Fallout 4, but it wasn't really, like, a big sticking point. It kind of got a lot more focus in Fallout 76. But I think a big reason for that is because of the, like, some, what is it? Like, some Atom Shop stuff, right? Like, skins and whatnot. Okay, so that didn't update. That skin is... actually... CSM.1. No, I think it's a little bit more textured. Yeah, the metal looks a little bit more scraped up and roughaged. Okay. Maybe it did work. Well, either way, I think it said it was like a 1K resolution thing, so it's not a massive step up. But it looks pretty good. Pew, 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 pew. Got the sound off, that's why there's no fucking audio. Okay, let's... Oh, I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to quit to the desktop. There we go. Let me take a look-see here. Oh, come on. Give me a second. I want to check my list. Interface. Ooh, that's a good one. Let's grab that one. Ooh, this one. That's a good one. Oh, the photo mode. Yeah. Okay, let's do these 3. Oh, the photo mode hasn't gotten an update. Fuck, I hope the photo mode thing is still working. Packaged away, then mod organizer didn't... Yeah. Okay, so hold on a sec. I'm gonna have to take a deeper look at that. Oh, the Fallout 76 map is working. I like that one. This one seems to be working. Potentially. Okay. Let's jump in and check these ones. Okay. On Bloxburg Roblox Sim Parody, I actually did build a sweet diner with a secret entrance to a recreation of the switchboard from Fallout 4 underneath the Slocum's Joe. That's kind of cool. What do you think of the Fallout TV show, Toshi? So, hold on. I'd redesigned it so a large food truck has a secret entrance to the facility, but I haven't gotten to recreating the switchboard again yet. That's still pretty cool. I like the it's I forget what the game was, but I remember when I was working at Best Buy a couple of years ago, there was a coworker of mine who on his break would go back and play this. I don't remember what the name of the like game mode or whatever was, but it was a Roblox like Call of Duty inspired game that you could play in it. And like I'm not a FPS fan, a massive FPS fan. I'm not very good at them. But the like it looked really smooth and really well put together, and he seemed to be having a whole lot of fun playing it. And I was kind of watching a couple games, and it looked pretty well made. Like it's wild how these like gaming platforms now, like Roblox, are just allowing for so much like creativity to just like burst forth from them. It's fucking wild. Let me see here. I gotta check this real quick. Gotta remember what the fuck I just installed. So I think that's working. Oh, right, the map. Okay. Fuck, the map's not working. Damn it. That was a good one. I like that one. Alright, so that's that. Magazines. Yeah, that's not working. Damn. I think Better Console's working now. No, maybe it's not. Hold on, let me open this up again real quick. No, yeah, I don't think Better Consoles is working either. Which is interesting. I got a May 14th update. Ooh, actually, here, hold on. Let me drop some. No, water. It's not water, that's a gun. Oh. Weird. Okay, so Better Consoles doesn't seem to be working. Let's turn both those off. I don't know why the photo mode thing isn't working. Okay, hold on a sec. There we go. Fallout 4 moment, bruh, real. What game allows you to join a courtroom simulator game dressed as Saul Goodman with no caveats? Real. Drink the gun. Bro, I should have. Okay, let's see. I had a theory that the ghoul is secretly the protagonist of the show, and Lucy is his companion whose backstory we are seeing in season 1. I mean, that would fit, depending on what, like, how you actually view the series. And I think that's more just like a litmus test for the, or not like a litmus test, but more like a Rorschach test, where it's like, which character do you identify with more? The obvious protagonist or the badass character? What are we doing? We're doing Fallout 4 modding, and quickly finding out that a lot of the fucking mods still aren't updated, and probably aren't going to get updated, because they were just kind of like one and done things. But what do you think of the Fallout TV show, Toshi? I think it's good. I really, really like it. As a film student, I think it's fucking amazing. I don't know. I wouldn't say amazing, because I don't know, especially when it comes to like film and story stuff like that, amazing's kind of a really big word to throw around. like I think a lot of like Aaron Sorkin video movies, right? Those are really, really good. Those are fucking amazingly well written. Okay, sorry, hold on a second. Let me get rid of this real quick. And I don't think that. Okay, so what am I missing here? Hold on a sec. So that's that. What is the installation? Installation. Requires a script standard. Should be recommended. Activate photomode.esp in your preferred mod manager or via the in-game manager. Okay, so okay, let's do that, and then let's see what that did. No, because that I don't remember if that was like that originally. Okay, let's do that and then reinstall it. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So yeah, I don't think that the story was the most perfectly well written thing in the world, but at the same time, that's thinking of it more from like a film perspective, right? And because it's a TV show, it's playing the long run. As far as, so like there's a couple things in the first season that are just kind of like dangling threads that don't really go anywhere because it's the first season. You know, they kind of have to have some place to go after that. Contact the data does not look valid. Fuck. Okay. I always forget how to do this, right? I think it's that one. You know what? Let's do this. Let's just see what happens. So I don't think, like, it's difficult to judge the entire season accurately because, again, it's a full series. So like, you know, there's a lot of stuff in the first season that didn't really go anywhere or get answered, and in any other sense of the word, that'd be a bad thing because they're just like, you know, hanging threads that, again, don't go anywhere. But because it's gonna get like a second season, those threads are most likely gonna get picked up, you know, at a different point. Nope, it's not there. Shit. Okay, so I need to figure out why that's not working. We'll just turn that off. So, like for one such example would be the doctor guy, right? The one that fixes up Maximus's foot, or Titus's foot. Titus? No, Thaddeus. Yeah, Thaddeus. The one that fixes up his foot, the chicken fucking one. He is just like a complete unknown, and because he's never really addressed properly in the first season, it feels odd because, you know, like I said, it's a hanging thread. It doesn't get answered. But because it's a TV show, it's going to spin off and, you know, answer more stories later down the line. Michael Emerson's character, is that the actor who played him? Michael Emerson? The crazy dude with the top hat who at one point's fucking trying to shotgun blast his brains out just randomly out in the middle of the desert. Yeah, that guy. But yeah, I think it was really good. It's just really difficult to judge the entire series, or it's always weird judging something just based on season one, right? I think as a story, you know, start to finish for season one, I think it was pretty well done. But especially for a series like Fallout, right? I think lore-wise, there's a lot of things that they did differently, or maybe not differently, but expanded on that make ghouls way too OP. Ghouls is definitely something that they expanded a lot on, which, especially with the whole kid in a fridge debacle in Fallout 4, is gonna be something that's gonna, or not gonna, did trigger fans in a specific way. I got a video, the video I've been fucking taking forever to finish up is my review of the first season. So like I go into much greater detail talking about the show, the story we're presented with, my opinions on it, and like theorizing about this, that, and the other thing. So I won't go too much into it, like my thoughts and opinions and stuff. But overall, like in general, I think it's good. I think at this point, because again, especially for how rabid the Fallout fan base is, I think we're gonna need at least a second season to get a full grip on the entirety, to like really test the waters, right? We're gonna need a season 2. From like an individual standpoint, like episode to episode, I think episode to episode, it was very well done. There were only like 2 things that I think that weren't very good. One of them being the power armor. I think the power armor felt a little off and a little bit inconsistent. But even then, it was still pretty tightly done. And then I don't know. I feel like it just didn't really explore much of the world. But it also opened up a lot of the again, specifically around ghouls. It opened up a lot of the potential as to like delving deeper into like the biology of the ghouls, like ghouls in general, which was something that was really heavily focused on throughout the series, or at least the first season. I wasn't a fan of the anti-feral meds. Felt very obviously trying to introduce some stakes for the ghoul in the TV show trope way. I mean, just very likely. There's also like, because when he took the first the first hit, I actually remember very distinctly verbally saying to myself, like, oh, he has asthma. That's weird. Okay, how's this going to factor in? Because, you kind of, okay, that introduces the concept that he has a medical issue. I didn't lean into the, or at least it wasn't, they went more into it explaining that the medicine that he took is the stuff that stops him from going feral and stuff. And it's because, like, especially with the Fallout 76 update that we're going to be getting next year, where you'll be able to play as a ghoul. To me, I read that as, maybe Bethesda's like teasing that we're going to be able to play as a ghoul in Fallout 5, right? Which is that part is in the video, and I had to add a little bit at the end to be all, or in that to be all like, oh, hey, by the way, this actually turned out to be true, because now next year we're going to be able to play as a ghoul in Fallout 76. So they, in the show before the update, or before the announcement for playable ghouls in Fallout 76, it felt more like they were introducing that as a trait of ghouls, more so as how it would translate into video game terms, right? Because you would think that if you're playing as a ghoul in game, you have a couple perks. Obviously, you live longer. You're either immune to, or at the very least more resistant to radiation. But the downside, you have a chance of turning feral, and they introduced the vials as a way, maybe as a plot point for the story that we see in Fallout Prime, but also as like opening a door to, like, this is how they figured out how to hold off ghoulification in Fallout Prime. Maybe there's other ways that ghoulification can be held off in different circumstances. So it could be like, Fallout 5 comes along and boom, now we can... actually, no, we don't even need Fallout 5, because we got Fallout 76, and you're going to be able to play as a ghoul in there. And you can not only turn yourself into a ghoul, but you can also turn yourself back into a human. So they're introducing that, and it just opens up this whole thing where, ghouls now have the ability to, one, hold off becoming feral, and two, potentially becoming human again. Whether or not turning back into a ghoul or turning back into a human from a ghoul is going to be something that's going to be proper lore canon, or is more so just like a gameplay featurette in Fallout 76. You know, you turn yourself into a ghoul in Fallout or in 76, and then it's like, well, okay, I'm done playing as a ghoul. I want to be a human again. It's like, oh, sorry, you're stuck as a ghoul for forever now. It's like, well, that's kind of fucked up, because you know it's an online multiplayer game. So it's one of those things where it's like they're setting it up, one, for 76 and the new update and stuff like that, but two, also to explore ghouls further in, you know, just future stories. I think specifically in like season 2, right? And like future seasons, it is going to be a bigger thing, tied to not only Cooper Howard, but also most likely other ghouls in general. I feel as if ghoulification is definitely a big theme that is being explored in Fallout Prime. How that is going to continue on into season 2, I'm not 100% sure. But it's going to be very interesting to see how they're going to start, you know, pulling at those threads and, like, you know, coming up with new explanations and stuff. Because I remember there was people, like, right after the show dropped, it was like, oh, they completely ruined the series because now fucking, I don't know, fucking, they destroyed the lore of ghouls or some fucking stupid shit like that. Like, all these fucking weirdos being like, oh, the whole fucking series is canceled because fucking now the fucking ghoul, fuck, dude. And it's like, what are you getting so fucking tilted about? There are people who are all like, oh, they fucking completely rewrote how ghouls work in general. It's like, no, they didn't. They didn't really do that. There's just new information and stuff. But you know, that's always the line that that you know, people like, you know, developers tread when they're, you know, working on new lore and new stories and stuff like that. I laughed when I came across that ghoul kid in the fridge in Fallout 4. Like, how even, bro? Real. Fucking Indiana Jones himself, but got stuck. Felt like a lot of stuff could have been avoided by being in the middle of the U.S. I mean, maybe, but at the same time, like, that's not really that much of an interesting setting, right? Because, like, they could have done stuff with, like, the Midwest Brotherhood of Steel, which is actually something that I hypothesized that they were going to be doing before the show came out. But turns out that they didn't do that. But it is also, for where the game was set in Prime, they, one, not only brought a lot more of the older elements into Fallout's proper canon, or into Bethesda's proper canon, like, you know, Shady Sands, Fallout New Vegas, all that stuff, which, like, we kind of assumed that New Vegas and Shady Sands and stuff like that were, at the very least, canon light. You know, they were things that were real in Bethesda's timeline, but maybe they didn't go down exactly as they did in the older games. But they still happened, which it seems like that's what they did. Fluffy death claws are still canon. Fuck yeah, that's how we do it. Gonna be real, ghouls have always been a bit confusing. Yeah, and so, like, that's what I'm getting at here. They now have the opportunity to expand on like how ghouls function, and there's a lot of people who are just upset about that because, I don't know, maybe it takes out a little bit of the mysterious nature of ghoulification. Maybe it's like, oh, they're fucking changing shit, so now this is different, but it can't be different because this is how it was in Fallout 1. And it's like, shut up. Fucking stuff can't stay exactly the same forever. That's boring and dumb and not creative. Like, do you think any of these people would get into this line of work just to literally reprint Fallout 1 over and over again? No, that sucks. But as far as the setting, having it be in Los Angeles, it more so hints at one, it does two things. One, and I talk about this in the video, it breaks the it breaks the precedent that Bethesda Fallout games are set on the East Coast, because did that for 3, did that for 4, did that for 76. They're all East Coast locations, and the other games take place on the West Coast, right? Fallout 1, Fallout 2, New Vegas, yada yada yada. Because Fallout Prime takes place on the West Coast, they have now effectively broken that tradition. So now Fallout games can be set anywhere, Bethesda games specifically. But having it set in California is also just a stone's throw away from San Francisco, which we saw in Fallout 4 was it took center stage in Kellogg's memory. So a lot of people were saying like, oh, Fallout 5 is going to be set in California, if not San Francisco. So I think that that's more so leaning into that, especially since there was a documentary where they mentioned that at one point Obsidian was all like, hey, we're in Fallout New Vegas, we're gonna add in this line that San Francisco was just like Control Alt deleted from the map, and Todd Howard's all like, no, please don't do that, thank you, kisses. So there's just like all these little clues where it's all like, it's very heavily leaning into that. Again, this is something I'm gonna go like more in depth into in the video, which I'm pretty sure I mentioned this yesterday, but I just gotta dot a couple more T's, cross a couple more I's, and then the video should be good to go. I'll probably have it out by Friday at the latest. Just got to sew up a couple more things and we're good to go. But yeah, it more so just seems like they're going in and exploring how ghouls work, and more so like breaking the taboo of like what can only be set on the East Coast, now being able to set Fallout just anywhere. It's like it's not a time bomb thing, but a maximum absorption thing. When you're talking about ghouls, right? Like they absorb so much radiation that they go like it punches holes in their brain and they go crazy or some shit. They're not crazy, but they go feral. I could see that. But then like that kind of, I don't know, for that to be the case, it brings up a lot of questions, because it's like how are some ghouls able to go feral after like, a couple months or like a couple years after becoming a ghoul, and then some are able to survive like hundreds of years and not show any side effects about turning or anything. I'm still halfway through my audio, bro. You gotta get that shit done. Ugh. You gotta get that shit wrapped up. You gotta get that shit wrapped, printed, send it out to the people. I'm saying this is somebody who fucking took like 4 months to write mine. It didn't take 4 months to write it. I can't remember how long it took. Less than a month, definitely, to actually write it. But then it's just taken so fucking long to actually get the project finished. But we've been kind of fucking working on a lot of stuff in the background here, so but yeah, overall, I think Fallout Prime was really, really good. I think there's some things that it didn't really address that they're saving for chapter 2, or season 2 rather. And overall, I thought it was really good. I'd probably say 9 out of 10, maybe 8 out of 10. What's your stance on food, water being a necessity or not for ghouls? So, I've always subscribed to the theory that I don't know if there's an actual like name for it, but I call it the theory of twos. And it's basically in any sort of like medium or canon or whatever, if something new is introduced and it's mentioned more than twice, it's like an actual canon thing. So when you look at Fallout 4 and the kid in the fridge thing, the whole thing with that is like, how'd you survive? It's like, well, I didn't really need to eat or drink or anything. He didn't, say that outright. He didn't say that, oh, I'm a ghoul. I didn't need to eat or drink water. I never got hungry or thirsty or anything, and I was able to just, I don't know, fucking sustain myself. So that is never like directly said, but it's pretty much implied just by the nature of the fucking kid in the fridge. But as far as I know, it's not ever said anywhere else in Fallout 4, and I don't think it's anything like that is talked about in Fallout 76. So as far as I know anyway, that's not really established canon. That's not actually lore accurate. Fucking ghouls, and as far as I know, ghouls will still need to eat and drink. We don't really see the ghoul, Cooper Howard, eat or drink much in Fallout Prime. We do see him eat and drink a little bit, but nothing is really, it's not really like made a big thing. But again, we don't really see many characters eat or drink a lot, so it's kind of, that I guess is kind of irrelevant. But again, we don't see it mentioned often in Fallout 4 or Fallout 76. So in my view, that's not a canon thing. I think it was mentioned a couple times in Fallout 1 or Fallout 2 that ghouls can go a long time without needing to eat or drink. But as far as never needing to eat or drink, no, I don't think that's a canon thing. I think that's nonsense. I think they can go without food or water. It's gonna make them extremely fatigued if they don't, just like normal humans. I could see that. Like they just have a longer, tolerance for it. Kin the Fridge IMO can be acknowledged or disregarded depending on which theory you follow. Each game usually has some stuff that contradicts the other, so it's okay to acknowledge, disregard specific things. Yeah, and again, it's one of those things where it's like, you can expand the rule of two where it's like beyond that. Like maybe it's like said a couple times in one game, but like in another game it's, said less or like not at all. So it's like, okay, that's not a thing that they decided to continue as canon, right? It's just like, oh, this is a thing we tried in this game and like, oh, it didn't work or people didn't like it. It's like, okay, we'll change things around a little bit, right? So it's like, just because that one kid in a fridge thing kind of implied that ghouls don't need to eat or drink doesn't really mean much of anything as far as the direction that the developers were trying to go. Because if that was the thing that they were trying to like, oh, like this is new stuff as far as like the anatomy of ghouls, right? Then you wouldn't have any ghoul characters eating or drinking anything ever, because it's like, why would you need to do that? If you don't need to eat or drink, why would you, have these characters eat or drink? Like maybe it's like, oh, they're just lazy and they didn't want to do all that extra fucking effort and shit like that. It's like, I don't believe that. It seems more like an excuse than anything else. Maybe ghouls need less for energy than humans. That's very likely. That just add off rip is very likely. Like, I don't consider the fridge kid a canon thing that happened because I follow my specific theory, just a fun little thing that occurred. I think that as far as like something that actually did happen is canon. Like Billy actually being in the fridge and stuff. But as far as to like, how he was able to survive and stuff like that, it could very well be, something specific for him. Maybe he just had some weird mutation where he was just able to, survive without needing to eat or drink. I don't know. Again, that's not something that we have seen, saw any other ghoul in the game displaying the, lack of need to eat or drink. And again, at the same time, we don't see that in Fallout 4 or Fallout Prime. We don't see that in 76. So it could have been, like I said, it could have been something that they were testing out, seeing, like, hey, how would this fit into the game world, or how would people react to this? And it either didn't work out the way they thought it would, or people reacted poorly to it and like, okay, we're just not going to do that again. So yeah, just don't really think of it too much, whatever, you know. But yeah, just like you said, just a fun little thing that happened. I think the event is canon. I think the implications for it aren't canon. You know, that's my thought. That's my thought process. Okay, so let's close that. We have, where's the other thing? Oh, we're on that. What time is it? Oh, it's 6. Okay. Okay, so we got a little bit more modding done here. Not a lot, but modding just takes so fucking long in general. We definitely got some stuff figured out. We're making progress, and unfortunately we're seeing a lot of stuff that just is not working anymore. Like the fucking Fallout 76 style map for Fallout 4. That was a bummer. That was a big one. Fucking, like, damn. We got a lot of other stuff that's still working. And then like the Fallout UI stuff, but that's one of those things that's just weird setting up in general. Pretty sure it still works. It's just being weird. Fucking, where is it? Somewhere in here there's Sim Settlements 3, and that's still working. Or Sim Settlements 2 rather. Yep, here it is. That's working. This more than anything else is the fucking clencher. If Sim Settlements 2 Chapter 3 wasn't working, fucking Fallout 4 dead game 2024. But it's working, and that's good. That's, I mean, you know, there's a couple of things in here that I care about still actually working, but this was the big thing. This was the biggest thing. I believe there was a video talking about the multiple theories regarding ghouls, as it mentions Necropolis, Phrygian Kid, and a lot of specific instances and so on. I gotta rewatch it. Some of these theories, I believe, came from the creators of Fallout themselves. And yeah, you know, there could be a lot of different divergent kinds of ghouls. With Fallout 76 specifically, mutations were heavily focused, both in the planning of and in the actual execution of. It kind of got scaled back in the actual game itself, but there was a very focused effort into making mutations a much bigger part of the game. You know, changing the way the character looks, adding, you know, buffs, perks, downsides, stuff like that, which is stuff that transferred into the game. But mutations was a big focus, and it's like, okay, we can kind of take that and kind of carry it over to other games as like a light format. You know, maybe there's not mutations like we can fucking seeing people jumping onto rooftops from the from fucking ground level, or like breathing fire, or like regenerating, you know, lost limbs and shit like that. Like we don't see anything like wacky, goofy, like X-Men style, but we could see, you know, smaller changes like that. You know, fucking like changes to eye or hair color that have abnormal qualities to them. The fucking ghoul who doesn't need to eat or drink. But then it's like, you know, there's other mutations. Like it could just be those individual instances where it can kind of just be chalked up to like, oh, this was just like a freak mutation, right? Or a weird not singularity, like a divergent kind of, in a way, where it's like, oh, this was like a one-time thing and it happened because I mean, they already kind of treat the entire world like a fucking thaumaturgy kind of situation, where it's like the whole world is magical, but it's very scientific at the same time. So it's like it's kind of one of those things where it's like both, because fucking radiation is just kind of like a superpower, or like magical in this game, in the series. Not becoming an opossum person after getting marsupial, bro, real. I wanted to be a trash creature. What the fuck? Now I'm just a guy that can jump tall. This is bullshit. And we kind of get that with Vault 4. Yeah, they also look into it, or they also kind of delve further into that with Fallout 4 with the physical mutations and stuff. And it's like, you know, maybe that's going to be a thing that that becomes a bigger focus, or maybe it's just going to be a narrative thing that they kind of like lean on every once in a while, and their version of like a wizard did it is going to be like, oh yeah, it was a mutation, or, you know, whatever. It's like, you know, is that good writing? Is that bad writing? I don't know, but it could definitely be used as a tool to explain a lot of things, which again, fucking radiation is just treated as like magic in Fallout. So like it all just comes down to like, oh, it was just a lot of radiation. You know? Okay. Well, we are about at that time. Unfortunately, we got to start wrapping up. But this was fun. This was a good break from the norm, as it were. We've been playing a lot of games on stream and stuff like that, and that's always fun. Don't get me wrong, that's always fun. But it's kind of nice to just have a little bit more of a chill. Okay, bourbon. Excuse me. It's nice to have a bit more of a chill stream. Just like kicking back and fucking shooting the shit with chat, messing around with mod setup stuff, which this is for Fallout 4. This is definitely going to be a much bigger task, especially since we're again doing the two-pronged thing of just getting the mods installed, but then also figuring out like which ones do and do not work. And from there, it's like, are there any replacements? Shit like that. Like, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? You know, this, that, and the other thing, and just like going through some of the newer ones. So if we do ever do another modding stream like this, we might actually do it for like, you know, Starfield or something. Something that's a little bit more consistent with what is and is not an installable functioning mod. It also would probably be nice just to get back into Starfield in general, because I don't know about a lot of you guys, but I enjoy Starfield. I think it's good. We were talking a little bit about that yesterday. It's definitely still kind of, I think, a work in progress, and I think a lot of people are still falling into it and like building up the fan base. But I like it. I think from a technical aspect, it runs really well, and I think it just has a lot of potential for modding. What is it actually? Let me check the Nexus here. Oh, I would have to do it on probably like an Opera or something. Because for some reason, like I go to the Nexus, right? And there's, let's see, if you do Nexus mods, come on, load, you piece of shit. Here we go. View all. Wow, there's almost 3,000 games on here. That's crazy. And then sort by mod count. Yeah, for some reason on fucking Chrome that just like breaks and doesn't sort anything. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so it's still at 11, but let's see. So that's, I mean, it's pretty fucking close to toppling Baldur's Gate, which I think Baldur's Gate is officially getting a modding kit. I think. Maybe they already have one. I'm not 100% sure, but it's moving up in the world of fucking Nexus modding. So like, it's getting crazy. It's getting up there. It's starting to do some big numbies. It's gonna be a long ass fucking time before fucking anything. I don't think anything's ever gonna top anything is ever gonna overcome the top four, top 5 here. 2 Skyrims, Fallout 4, New Vegas, and Oblivion. I don't think anything's ever going to change that. I think it's just always going to be those are the top 5. It'd be wild if Starfield busted into the top 5, like, you know, took down Oblivion. But for how much people love Oblivion and New Vegas, I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening anytime soon. That's mod count. 1.6 billion downloads for Fallout 4. That's fucking wild. And then Skyrim in the special edition. Fucking crazy. Damn. I think that modding for Fallout 4 is going to get a little bit of a resurgence. Like, it's kind of been getting maybe not a resurgence, because I think it's still having a little bit of awkward growing pains from the next gen update. But I think it's definitely going to have a bit of a bump. Let me check that. What's that? Okay, that's that. All right. Okay. But yeah, like I said, if we do another modding stream, maybe we'll mod Starfield. But we'll see on that. I'm not going to be able to stream next week. I got a wedding that I'm going to. Gonna be doing sound for it, so that's gonna be fun. So we will not be back next weekend. We will be back the weekend after that, which is gonna be, let's see, 26. It's gonna be the weekend of the 3rd, so we will be back August 3rd for streaming. Same time, same place, right here on YouTube. Probably about 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the stream. If you enjoyed, like, comment, share, subscribe, ring the bell. I got a video that's gonna be coming out here real soon. If not this Friday, definitely the next Friday after that. And yeah, it's gonna be great. And then we're gonna get back into streaming on August 3rd, after taking a week break. And yeah, check the links down in the description. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. I think Bluesky is down there. And definitely join the Discord. That's where you can most easily find me and the rest of everybody here in the followertoshi fan base. It's been a fucking long road, but I'm finally almost at the point where I'm actually gonna be able to start putting out content again, because god damn it, it's been so fucking long and it's been taking forever. But I got something, and I got some stuff that I can put out. For now, though, once again, I thank you all so much for watching. We will see you August 3rd for the next stream. Until then, take it easy, be good, drink water, and we'll see you all out there in the wasteland. Bye!